I'm the director of Grantmaking and Advocacy here at Grassroots, and on a daily basis, I get to interact with our partners in the Global South, which are organizations led by peasants, small farmers, indigenous people, women and youth within those organizations who are fighting for their rights. So I get to interact with them. We do grants to those organizations because we believe in supporting the movements that will really fight for food sovereignty and rights to land and water. And I also get to do advocacy work in the United States because one of the big things that our partners in the Global South have talked about is the fact that a lot of the reasons why their rights to land, water, and food are violated actually start with our own government or with corporations that are based here in the US. One example that inspires me a lot is the landless workers movement in Brazil. And this is a movement of over 1 million people. Basically, it's 350,000 families that are in Brazil who have come together and organized collectively to take back, reclaim land that has been often stolen from rural communities by big transnational corporations that are trying to do agrofuels or things like that. And what they've been able to do is take back as much land as the size of Massachusetts, if you put it all together. And they live on the land together, collectively farming. They have their own schools. They have, their own health programs, and they're finding new ways to build a society that is truly sustainable. So that's a movement that has existed in Brazil for about 30 years, and Grassroots International has been a partner with them for over 20 years. The amazing thing is that movements of people, peasants, indigenous people, low-income communities of color in the US are faced with some of the most dreadful obstacles and kinds of oppression from an economic to an environmental scale. But these are also the communities that have the best solutions to those problems. And they have the best solutions because they understand the root causes and they understand what it would take to turn that around and to address the root causes and create something that's based on life and based on a hopeful vision. And based on an ethic of cooperation and working together. And anytime that I get to see that, it's incredibly inspiring and uplifting, and that's the work that I get to do every day.